Today we're making a loaf of my jalapeno cheddar bread. It's super beginner friendly and it only takes 6 ingredients. So the base of the bread actually comes together fairly quickly and it's just 4 ingredients. First, I'm going to start with some all-purpose flour, some salt, some yeast, then we have some lukewarm water. We're next just going to mix this together until it forms a shaggy dough. Next, I'm going to let this sit at room temperature for 2 hours and then we're going to put it in the fridge. The longer it sits in the fridge, the more tangier it'll taste. So our dough is in the fridge overnight and this is what it looks like. At this point, you can add whatever add-ins you'd like. You can also just bake it as is if you want to, but we're going to be using jalapeno and cheddar. So first with the cheddar cheese, I'm just going to cut it into blocks. And then I'll be dicing up some pickled jalapenos. Next, we're going to go through the shaping process with the dough and combining with the toppings. So I'm going to sprinkle in some cheese and then some jalapenos. Then we'll get this closed together. And then with it closed together, I'm just going to knead it a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more of the fillings. So now with our dough full with the jalapeno and cheddar cheese, we're going to continue rising. Our bread is still rising, but we're going to preheat the oven to 450, and we're going to be adding our bread oven in there as well so it can get nice and hot with it. Our oven is preheated, so now we're going to get this ready to go inside. I'm just going to add a little bit more cheese on top, and then a little bit more of the diced jalapenos, but these might burn, but that's okay. So next I'm going to cover this, and we're going to bake it for 5 minutes. I'm going to take it out, we'll score it, and then we'll put it back in there with the lid covered on top. So we scored the bread and we added the top back, so now I'm going to put it back in the oven. I'll remove the top and it'll continue baking for a little bit longer. Alright, so this is fresh out of the oven, and so before I even want to cut into it, we're going to let it cool for about 2 hours. Alright, so it's been 2 hours, so now I can finally cut into this. So I think it looks pretty good. I love that the jalapenos are seen throughout as well as the cheese. I was really worried about that. It's nice and soft. I'm definitely going to freeze half of this, and then I'll eat the rest during the week. And now for the best part, I get to eat a slice right now. Super soft, but I love how crunchy and crusty this is. I love the overall flavor. I love the sharp cheddar with the jalapenos. It's nice and spicy. And I really think it baked up really nicely. I'm very happy with how it came out. You can be super versatile with this kind of bread. You can add whatever kind of toppings you'd like. You can even do a sweet kind if you want. I'll be sure to include the base ingredients in the caption as well as what I added today.